Hey, I'm Joey from What If Elephants, and you are watching The Music Enthusiast.
Hi, I'm Sarah from the Music Enthusiast, and I'm here with Joey from What If Elephants. Take two.
Hello. Yeah.
I forgot to record, so we're doing this all over again. But
And
it's
it's great. Now I can hopefully answer even better.
that was a practice round. Now it's the real thing.
Yeah, I appreciate the practice. I'm not talented at looking at camera and doing things. So, perfect.
Last time we spoke, you were performing at a festival, and now obviously that can't happen.
No,
So, what do you miss most about playing shows?
definitely meeting people. I am an outgoing people person, and it's just not the same. Like even what you can do online for meeting people doesn't come close to being in person at all.
I'm getting like a deja vu right now.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, like this feels so true for you because this is what you said last time. And
Speaking
this
of
is like a good test. You're like, is he telling the truth? Is he consistent?
a lie detector sort of thing. Because last time, no, the first time we met,
Yeah.
uh, you came up to me while I was at your sound check and you were like, hey, and I'm hi. I'm like, hi. So yeah, you totally are a people person. That's really
I remember that.
yeah. Do you have a dream lineup for either like a festival or show?
Yes. No, I can give you one, the one I gave you last time, which I was totally unprepared for. Um, so one would be Julia Michaels and Maroon 5. Julia Michaels, I just absolutely adore her songwriting, and her performance of her songs is incredible as well. Um, I think that's just like across the board. And then Maroon 5, just because like I feel like they did some sort of paving job for the rock slash pop sound. It's not pop rock. It's like pop that has rock in it, which I really enjoy. So that yeah, that'd be incredible.
Pretty solid.
Yeah,
um, Before we talk about Sugar Daddy, you guys released a collaboration today. So do you want to talk about that?
yeah, absolutely. So my friend Jace is an awesome Latin pop artist, and he had brought this song to me called "I Believe in You" and wanted to have the first verse be English, and we looked at the lyrics together to kind of refine them. And as we did that, we just got talking about doing a collaboration, and naturally, with the band kind of working on stuff and getting ready to release, we said, why don't we do this? So I'm super stoked to be able to sing on that track because it's a really great track. It gives me really good vibes. Like it's so positive, and I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, happy to have been part of it.
Super great.
Yeah.
Now on to Sugar Daddy. I've personally heard it live before, so hearing it now released is amazing.
Yeah.
Um, how did the song come about?
Um so the song, well, first of all, thank you. That's so cool to hear that it sounds good, like recorded, and you liked it live is incredible. Um the song started in 2018, and I was just like thinking about the fact that me and Alana being together, Alana's also in the band. She does vocals, keys. Um, it definitely wasn't because of the money, because neither of us really had a lot of money, and we definitely been in tight spots where it just felt like we had no time to actually spend just getting to know each other or just hanging out, just like so much on the go. So that's where it kind of started, and it went through a lot of revisions. I really liked the chorus, so I wanted to make sure that the verses did it justice, and I often like starting that way, like putting the essence of what I want to say into the chorus and getting it to a place where it's like I really feel like the rest of the song has to do it justice, and that motivates me to kind of finish it. Um, so yeah, starting it off, Tokyo helped me refine like this one line that used to be, "I'm no sugar daddy, but you can have every penny" or something, and he was like, "Well, why don't you make it like you can have me?" and that was, that was pretty key. Um, and then um yeah, Alana was like kind of help with the process of like what's going to be in the verses. And then by I think the second revision, then we like got Maya involved in terms of like, hey, could you sing this? And then on the third version of the verses, Mike Belenke came in, like really helped do the fine tuning on the lyrics to make it feel natural and conversational, which is really helpful.
Did you always have the idea to feature someone else on the track?
Uh, Not at the beginning. At the beginning, like there was no idea like when the track started off in terms of writing like that there would be two singers. Um, but once we got to that second version, it felt like the compassionate kind of caring tone that we wanted that second verse to have. Like we knew Maya could really capture it. She's has such a great interpretive ability. You can hear so much emotion in her voice. Just she doesn't even need to try. Like it's incredible. It's incredible just to be in the room while as she records. It's like, yes, that's great. Yes, that's great. That's also great. Um, One thing I wanted to mention also about this process is just that we went through like two versions of the song, and the second one we tried was just terrible, so we went back to the first version, but we were so like kind of tired of working on the track that if it weren't for Lucas Liberator, the co-producer, it would not have seen the light of day. It would be sitting on a hard drive in a dark corner of a closet. So shout out to him. Yeah.
Such a shame because it's such a great song.
Thank you.
No problem. um, was Maya's verse one she created, or was it created before she was added onto the track?
It was already written. Yeah, it's kind of it's odd. Like it surprises me because it feels like it just feels like she belongs in that verse so much. Like and Maya is also like one of my favorite people to co-write with. Like it's her ability with lyrics is incredible. So it is kind of weird to even me, like how did it end up that she's featured on a song that she didn't co-write? Like we have tons of songs that we've co-written together. So I don't know if there's any like unspoken rules about featuring someone twice. But who knows? Life is hopefully long and a lot ahead of us. So another time.
Looking forward to it. Along with the song, you guys released the music video. So what was that process like?
um, so yeah, the music video process, like one of the prerequisites, I don't know, something that we knew we were going to do is do an outdoor video because we had done everything to date indoors except for our very first video for Getaway.
Mhm.
And we wanted something that was upbeat and fun. So we had a baseball diamond and a Dairy Queen by our place. So we started planning around that. We're like, what can we do there? What story could we tell? And when the production company Electric joined us, Chloe and Carissa helped really bring together the pieces. Unfortunately, we couldn't reserve the baseball diamond nearby, but we used the Dairy Queen, and they like found another one we could use. The day of shooting, the baseball diamond didn't turn on their lights, which they said they would. So that was really disappointing. So we like did a plan B and set up around the kind of where the team sits when they're on the bench, like while they're playing. We like put all our lights in one place and we're like, okay, let's do this instead. Then this kind lady walked across the street, like just someone from the neighborhood had a key to turn on the lights and rescued the day. It was supposed to be a 1-day shoot, turned into a 2-day shoot because the Dairy Queen also forgot to leave their lights on for us. So we had to go back the next day to everyone's surprise. So yeah, I was like, it was very discouraging at certain moments. We were like, oh no, like we did all this planning and it's not happening. But everybody was super pro, pulled through, and we had a lot of fun.
How much candy was bought for the music video? Because seems like it's a lot.
Yes, there was a lot of candy around. I think there was like two bags of like Halloween, like not Halloween candy. It was like two Halloween sized bags, so like the big ones that you get in bulk.
Smart. Very smart choice. uh, could we expect an EP or album soon? Because Getaway was released like 6 years ago.
Yes, it has been a while. We are so aware of that. Yes, so we have five more tracks on the way. It's Sugar Daddy being the sixth, and our track that we released in 2019, ETA, was meant to be part of this collection, but then this little thing called coronavirus happened and kind of threw all of the chips in the air for a little bit. So yeah, we're really excited to release the other tracks. We're not exactly sure like what the release schedule looks like yet, but it will all be within the year. So yeah.
um, what is one lyric you wish you wrote?
One lyric I wish I wrote. I'm so glad we're doing the second take because the last time I misunderstood this question, and I was thinking about how like our the songs that we co-wrote that are coming up on this EP have different writers, and so I was like, I can't track like who wrote what. I don't know, but that's not what you're talking about. In the whole world, uh, like so last time I talked about Julia Michaels and her song that went like the way I discovered her was that big breakout song that she had, issues. So I've got issues, you got them too. Give your all to me and I'll give mine to you. Um, I think I'm mixing up hers and a John Legend song. Give them all to me and I'll give mine to you is what it is. Uh, um, John Legend song is also amazing. That does the all to me, all to you thing. So yeah, that would be like definitely one. And there's there's endless others that I wish I wrote.
Your lyrics are pretty great too. Like, no problem. Last
Thank you.
question. Have you discovered any good up and coming artists or bands lately that you want to share?
Absolutely. So the, like they're up and coming, but like they're also kind of like nailing it. Like they're doing so well, and I'm so happy for them about them. Valley is incredible,
Yeah,
and one of their fans said it best. I think they said they are the sound of nostalgia, and it's so true. I think especially like if you grew up in somewhere in the 90s or like 2000s, like they they just really seize that vibe and like make you wish you could go back. It's incredible. uh, yeah.
totally agree. Do you have a favorite song from them?
I mean, it's I've thought about this a few times, and I think it's just like there's still a light in the house. I think you're almost doomed to kind of like when you fall in love with a band, that first song that you discover from them, you're kind of doomed to have this special connection with it.
Hmm.
um, and I, all the stuff that they've come out with after like has been great as well, and I love it just as much sonically. But there's like this special attachment, and what's odd about that song, again, I don't always pay super close attention to lyrics. I'm like very much a vibe music person first when I'm listening, but I still don't really understand the lyrics of that song. But there's a, and I don't like, I wonder if I read them if they make sense, because whenever I think about them, I'm like, does that make sense? But I know what it means is incredible. That's what's amazing is like, or I don't know if it's what they meant to mean, but there's still a light in the house. Like you just feel like, oh, like there's still someone home that I can come inside and be safe with or something. It's so nice. Um, so yeah.
The first song I listened to them by them was Swim, I think.
Oh, nice.
Like the second version that they released. It was like in 2018. But yeah,
Wow.
they're so great. And you
Yeah.
guys are
Well,
so great too.
thank you. Yeah. I I would love to I'd love to collaborate with them one day. They are inspiring. Also just their vibe is really so laid back, and I love the way they just kind of like they do their thing, and yeah, they nail the vibe making. So yeah,
I feel like you guys could do that. Like I see that happening.
yes, yes, more of that, more of that. Would be great.
So this is Joy from What If Elephants. I'm Sarah from Music Enthusiast. See you next time. Second
Yeah.
time doing this.